Dawson Rider with you.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here, and welcome to my first HyperForce video ever. Better late than never, right? It's technically not my first HyperForce video. I did do a couple news-related videos back when we've got a first look at the designs and whatnot, but this is my first one actually talking about the show. I was kind of resistant to check it out because it didn't really seem like my thing, and then, you know, back in the day, meaning like 9 months ago, I kept trying to convey the point that I thought this was such a cool concept. Like, I liked the suits, you know, I liked the story concept. I just wish it was being used for more than the RPG. And I wasn't saying like, death to RPGs, that's just stupid. I was just saying, I'd love to see it be used for more. And so many people took that as an attack. So, and they're like, oh, you hate HyperForce, then life. I'm like, well, yes, life, but not HyperForce. But, and so that made me more resistant to check it out. But, you know, I've been in kind of, I mean, I guess I'm always in a Power Rangers mood because I do this channel, but I was kind of been in a more so intense Power Rangers kick lately, and so I decided to finally give it a shot. I'm planning on doing a kind of season review-ish type video, thoughts, once I catch up, because it's a lot to do. There's 25 episodes, at least 2 hours each. Right now I'm currently almost done with episode 4. I kind of have to watch them in chunks, but they're like kind of perfect to put on when you're working out or something, or when you're cleaning. Just make sure you're doing something you can still pay attention with so you can enjoy the moments. But yeah, I'm almost done with the episode with Aisha in it, but I wanted to do sort of a first impressions, I finally checked it out, thoughts video, and then sometime this summer, a journey, like, I can't even do the announcer voice. Good thing they don't hire me for this. Oh, the drugs here, I did Bane. Anyway, God, I'm so distracted. Like I said, I'll do a season video. It's just, that's probably going to take me a while, and I wanted to get out a thoughts video first because both, like, recent-ishly and then back when I've talked about HyperForce, people were encouraging me to check it out and wanted to know what I thought if I did. So yeah, I like it a lot. I fully hate past me for not giving this a chance earlier and getting in on this enjoyment earlier. I thought about going back in time and taking him out, but then that would erase present me and then I wouldn't be able to watch it now. It's kind of a catch-32. But, so, it's been a lot of fun. Like, a lot more fun than I thought. One of my main concerns was that I wouldn't be able to follow the story. I mean, because A, I'm stupid. But also, like, I played a couple RPGs, and I don't ever remember the story. Like, we'll play on a Saturday, and then one week, we're playing again, and, like, the DM will bring up a character. I'm like, yes, yes, but who's that? And they're like, that's your character! Like, so I never remember any of the details, because just so much kind of shenanigans can go on. But they do a really good job between, like, those kind of classic, you know, D&D RPG type fun improv moments, but also of painting a picture where, like, I can picture this in my head, like, as an animated show, and I want it so much. And the DM does such a great job of, like, all the different voices and sort of setting the scene, so I'm able to actually, more so than I thought I would, like, invest in just the story beyond just, like, the fun bits. But I love the premise a lot. I honestly love all the characters they have set up. All of the players do a really good job at them. My favorite right now, I have two favorites, but I think my #1 favorite at this moment is Chloe. She's just so, like, amusing and adorable, and the burrito bit I just absolutely love. I want that shirt to be available again. This is time for burritos. But Vesper is a very close second. It's funny because in the first episode, I felt she was played a little bit different. Kind of just the classic, like, oh, I have attitude. And then, like, later she kind of becomes that sort of, like, unaware type character. She doesn't understand what she's saying, kind of. She's really blunt, which I really love. Like, you know, smacking people across the face, or being like, maybe I can use Alpha 55's body parts. So, and then the whole scene with her sneaking into the library like in an army crawl while Chloe distracted like the cop with candy corn was amusing. Like, both just for the characters, but also because, like, I think Chloe's like stealth specialized, but they decided to do that. But it's been a lot of fun. I really like having some of the past Rangers on there. Aaron Cahill was great in the first episode. I love the sort of Time Force sequel vibe. I also do really like Polly's character, Jack. Because, like, inherently, because Polly's a funny guy, you got funny moments going on. But also, I love the concept of, like, a beat cop Time Force officer becoming a Time Force Ranger. I love the whole team in general as, like, misfits. Like, they remind me of, like, the Legends of Tomorrow of Power Rangers. Or, like, if you're not familiar with them, then shame on you, praise Bebo. The Guardians, or something like that. Kind of like a misfit team that sort of bumbles along, but their heart's in the right place. I think the Legends bumble more than the Guardians. So the Legends, I think, is the perfect example. Like, bumbling time travel, sometimes we screw things up for the better. It's just so amusing to watch, and the personalities mesh together really well, and there's also all these really entertaining little moments like that don't even have to do with like the fighting or any like lore stuff, which some of the lore stuff that they might be developing or are developing is really cool, but like some of my favorite moments have been like when Vesper and Chloe snuck in the library, or when they were shopping for costumes and trying to learn what trick-or-treating was, because it led to so many funny little character interactions, but also it was a funny, like, oh, they're in the super serious mission, but they're kind of this, like, crazy team that's getting, like, really curious about what trick-or-treating is, and Chloe's obsession with candy and, like, her being kind of a klepto is really funny to me. Vesper getting into trouble, and I like the Ranger Buds thing between Vesper and Eddie. I think that's neat. There's just all kinds of neat moments like that. Like everything with Candius Cornicus was like classic PR stuff, because it's kind of improvised, so much of the humor stuff is so entertaining and funny. It's just a complete opposite of the show, you know? They even use like the classic puns. Like PR always makes puns when they fight. Like they'll be trying to make puns in a battle, which is fun, and it's just, the show's a lot of fun. I've really, really been having a good time with it. Like I said, especially those sort of like everyday life scenes in a way, I guess you could call them, like the interaction of the team, or like what they did, like a montage on the ship of interactions and like stuff about the burritos and training on the ship, like those little quiet moments, or like one of my favorite scenes was when they were in the library trying to talk to this guy Scorpina, and I think Chloe was calling in Alpha 55 and said like, oh, Eddie's looking at her strange, like he looks at the burrito, and Alpha's like, oh, you look at the burrito that way too, and she's like, Alpha! And it was just moments like that. They do such a good job, and it's like a lot to watch. Like the 25 episodes, like I said, at least 2 hours each. So it's gonna take me a while, but also I like having all this content to watch. It's kind of like, you know, I regret not being able to watch it live and be involved when it came out now, but now I also like that I have all this content to watch, which is really nice. So I'm definitely hoping for a season 2 now so that I can be more involved once it, you know, when season 2 will air live. But I also, like I said, I like having all this to watch. I hope it shouldn't take me too long. I'm going at a pretty decent pace. Like I said, I have to watch in chunks. Just because I think I watched the first episode in like 2 chunks, but I've never watched one all the way through. Not necessarily because I get bored, but just because like, oh, I have something else I need to do or something else I need to watch, and it kind of just works out that way. But yeah, for those that were curious or wanted to know, I really do like it a lot. It's becoming one of my favorite things very quickly. I want figures very much so. I doubt it would happen, but I would absolutely love an animated series of this. I would even take like if you're a Pokemon fan, they did like the I can't remember what they called it. It was like basically like the little mini anime episodes that like sort of took place around stuff in the game. They were like shorts. I think they were like 10 minutes or less. I would love, maybe if they even did like 5 episodes of that or 10 episodes of that were like little animated shorts based on famous scenes from HyperForce. Like, again, I doubt that would happen, but it's such a good premise for that. And it reminds me of why I like PR, why I love PR. Like they're making more use of the expanded lore, the fun characters, and the D&D like improvised element really just like accentuates that. And yeah, so I'll definitely do a full thoughts video once the season finishes for me in my timeline. You know, but I mean, I'll probably do more videos if we hopefully get a season 2. Probably talk about it if we get an announcement at Morphicon. But yeah, just wanted to put this video out there, let you all know I'm watching it. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably know I've been tweeting about it quite a bit because I've really been enjoying it. But, you know, in the future, you know, praying to the Ranger gods that it gets renewed, I will have more HyperForce content on the channel in the future. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, climb the steps and ring the bell to get more notifications for all my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.